Hello and welcome to my very first ever YouTube video. My name is Elise and yeah, I can't believe that I'm finally doing this and getting stuck in and filming a YouTube video. I've always wanted to have a go at this. But yes, it's a little scary, isn't it, to try something new and especially to put yourself online in a video content way. But we'll see how this goes. I love using my hands to be creative and to make things. And in particular, at the moment, my main creative outlet is in knitting, but I also have recently dabbled in some hand embroidery. And I always say I'd love to do more sewing, but whether or not I actually will, well, we shall see. So anyway, I hope that you'll enjoy this content that I have to share with you. And yeah, let's see how it goes. So the first garment that I want to show you is this, and I'll just stand up so you can get a better look. It is the cardigan number 7 by My Favorite Things Knitwear, and it's just a lovely well, the body itself isn't too oversized, but it's just a lovely cardigan, and it's my favorite thing that I've ever knit so far. I quite like girly feminine things, and I just think this is perfect but also very elegant. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. The yarn that I used, it's held together, so I used Drops Air. This is what I have left, and Drops Kid Silk. I don't have the ball band for the Kid Silk still, but the Drops Air is in the color 33 in Kid Silk. So I would highly recommend the pattern. It was a beautiful TV knit. I actually finished it while I was watching Only Murders in the Building. Stayed up late to finish the sleeves. That's the one thing with cardigans and sweaters, isn't it? You get the body done and feel like you've achieved so much, and then, at least me, you kind of realize then how much knitting is in the sleeve. So anyway, that's my first finished object, and I only have one more finished object, but anyway, I loved knitting that so much I had to cast on another one. And the next one that I cast on is in this beautiful hot pink color. I love it so much. And I only cast this on about 2 weeks ago, maybe. The color's not quite showing up. It's a little bit darker, I want to say, in person than the camera is showing, but this is it. And again, it's in Drops Air and Drops Kid Silk, and I have the two here. So Drops Air, and the shade is number 39, and then the Kid Silk and the shade is 13. So that's them together. But like I say, the true color isn't quite coming up in camera. They're a lot richer, I would say, in real life than the camera is giving them credit for. So I'm really enjoying this knit. I can't wait to finish it and to wear it. I don't have anything this color in my wardrobe. I suppose I haven't actually told you a lot about the construction, but it's a very quick, easy knit. Yeah, and I would highly recommend, and perfect for layering because it's a little bit oversized, especially the sleeves. So I would highly recommend that. And this one's knit up really quick. I only have to now decrease a row and then do the ribbing for the bottom, and then I can start on the sleeves. So that's exciting. And then I'll have two beautiful cardigans. So the next thing that I want to show you, I don't know, I've had a bit of a love-hate relationship with this top. I actually wasn't going to finish it, and then I had friends visiting me recently and they encouraged me that actually I should finish it and it'll look nice. And anyway, it's the Sailor Swift top. So this is it here. Excuse me, the ends and everything need woven in, but this is it here. It's just a cute little tank top. The only thing that I have to do is the neckline. So it was my first, I've learned new skills with this because I've never done color work before. And this is very basic color work, just blue and white stripes. And I think the thing that annoyed me is there's a very visible seaming. I don't know if you can see down the side, there's very visible seaming here. But as my friend said to me, all garments, at least that you buy, have a seam, and that's just what it looks like. So anyway, because of the very visible line, I think maybe in knitting terms it's known as jogging, you know, where you change the colors. You can definitely see it there on camera. It kind of put me off, but I think I will finish it now, and it would be a cute little top to wear. I think when it's blocked, it'll hopefully the stitches will even out a little bit too. So I just have to do the cast bind off, I think that's what it's called, around the neckline, and then it's done. It just needs blocked, and of course the ends woven in. So yeah, that's it on camera. Doesn't look like much now, but and then that's the cord bind off, which I have to say I loved doing. I've never done an cord bind off. I think it's beautiful, and I can see, just turn it around on the back here, you know, when it's blocked, it'll just sit lovely and flat and be really, really nice. So that's another object that I have almost finished, still a work in progress. And then my final project are these. So look how pretty they are. I love them. So these are what I'm naming my unicorn socks. So they haven't been blocked, I just have them on the blockers. These are just a vanilla sock, but the instructions that I go to are Woolen Vine. It was her YouTube tutorial that I first learned to knit, actually in general, and socks. Well, I kind of started a project before the socks, and then I was getting fed up, and I thought, no, I want to try socks as my first project. I know, and it was her tutorial. So I'll link in the description box below a link to her YouTube video where she talks you step by step through socks if you want to knit them. And yeah, I love these. I can't unfortunately tell you what the yarn is. I bought it in a little yarn shop in Bath a couple of years ago, just as like a little souvenir. And yeah, I think these socks turned out so pretty. I love them. That's them on the other side. Can't wait to wear them. They're just the perfect little summer sock. And I love the colors of like purple and lilac and blue, and yeah, perfect for summer. So yeah, I would highly recommend, if you haven't knit socks, you should have a go. They're so fun to knit, and like there's a few steps in it that's a little bit you need to concentrate, but a lot of sock knitting is very much a TV knit, and that's my favorite kind of knitting. So another little creative endeavor I have, and that is wool dyeing. So I have some wool to show that I have hand dyed myself, and you can find it on Etsy. I also listed a few items on Vinted today, as I realized that's something that you can do. You can list your hand dyed yarn on Vinted. So I did that as well. But yes, I'll show you some of the colors that I have dyed. This is all 4-ply yarn. It's Blueface Leicester superwash and a nylon blend. And on my shop on Etsy, it's all 20-gram mini skeins because they're perfect for mix and matching. You'll see there's a set on there, so you can choose the colors and make up a set, which makes it slightly cheaper than buying the individual skeins. So I'll show you some of the colors that I have. So these are all hand dyed by myself using plants and natural dyes. So my little logo is, I don't know if you can see it there, it's Rockall and Malin. So it's inspired by the shipping forecast. I love the shipping forecast, who doesn't? So my logo is inspired by my love of wool and yarn and the shipping forecast. So I don't know if this will focus, but yeah, that's my logo. So this is some of the yarn. This is 20-gram mini skein, and it's dyed with dock leaves. So that colour is dyed with dock leaves. These 20-gram mini skeins are all £3.50 on my Etsy shop. So that's dock leaves. Then we have this one, which is a beautiful orange, kind of burnt rust colour, and it's dyed with madder root. Again, a natural dye. This is again madder root. This time it's a lighter blend, so it was dyed with the same batch of madder root. I just had a higher concentration the first time I put the wool in, and then this is the second time. So it's this beautiful kind of peachy color. That's the light madder root. Then I have two different shades of nettles. Again, it was the same thing. They were both dyed with the same batch of nettles. One was just a higher concentration. So you can see here, this is the darker concentration and this is the lighter one. But both are nettles. Again, how cute is that? They're just beautiful shades, I think. I mean, I am biased, but yeah, they're beautiful shades. And then one of my favorites, well, I said the dock leaves was my favorite. This one, which is dyed with onion skins, and look at how beautiful. It's kind of almost variegated. It's a beautiful shade. And that was dyed with a mix of red and white onion skins, and it's just turned out so pretty. Yes, so again, I have also elderberries. So it's turned out this lovely kind of brown, perfect for autumn, kind of brown grayish tones, and that's elderberries. So if that is something that would interest you with the mix and match bundle, you can choose that option. You just click it on the Etsy shop and then send me a message to let me know which colours you would like. And this is kind of how you would get them all tied together with some beautiful ribbon. And these are just some of the colours that you could choose. So we have the elderberries, madder root light, nettles, and dock leaves. And I think they're so pretty and perfect for autumn. You know, like I think, I don't know, just whatever you would be your preference or you would choose, but I think this would make a beautiful sock. This is the dock leaf one, and you could maybe do a contrasting toe and heel in the madder root. So that's all I have. So thank you for joining me today and listening to me ramble on about what I've been knitting, things I hope to knit, and things that I've been dyeing. And yes, I'll put a link to the patterns that I've talked about below, also to my Instagram and to my Etsy, if you'd like to check them out. And yeah, please feel free to comment below what you've been knitting. I'd love to know. I mean, I say that like that people are going to watch this, and it'll probably just be some of my close family and friends. But if you guys are knitting anything, please share it below. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.